I had been on the hunt for a new laptop for weeks when I stumbled upon a seemingly perfect deal on Facebook Marketplace. The seller claimed to offer a brand new, top-of-the-line laptop at a price that was too good to be true. My excitement grew as I messaged them, and they responded promptly, eager to arrange a meeting. We agreed to meet in a quiet parking lot during the daylight hours for the exchange. When I arrived, I noticed a person waiting by their car, holding a sleek laptop box. The seller introduced themselves as Alex and seemed friendly and approachable. They even offered to show me the laptop's features, turning it on and demonstrating its capabilities. Everything appeared legitimate, and I was convinced that this was the deal of a lifetime. I handed over the cash, and with a sense of triumph, I left the parking lot, eager to start using my new laptop. However, my elation quickly turned to horror when I got home and opened the package. Inside the box was not a laptop, but a stack of old magazines, cleverly placed to mimic the weight and size of the real deal. I had been scammed, and the seller, Alex, had vanished without a trace. My heart sank, and I felt a rush of anger and betrayal. I reported the incident to Facebook, but the chances of tracking down the scammer were slim. The experience left me both financially and emotionally scarred, serving as a harsh reminder that even on seemingly reputable platforms, scammers can prey on unsuspecting buyers. It was a lesson learned the hard way, and it made me far more cautious when making online transactions. My wife and I had recently moved into a charming old house, and were in the process of furnishing it. We decided to explore Facebook Marketplace for unique and affordable furniture pieces. That's when we came across a listing that would forever change our lives. A beautiful antique dresser that seemed like the perfect addition to our bedroom. The seller, Emily, had posted several pictures showcasing the dresser's intricate details and undeniable charm. We exchanged messages and agreed to visit her house to take a closer look at the piece. Upon our arrival, Emily welcomed us warmly and led us to the dresser, which was even more stunning in person. It was love at first sight, and we couldn't believe our luck in finding such a treasure. We paid Emily, thanked her, and carefully loaded the dresser into our truck. The drive home was filled with excitement and anticipation. Little did we know that our joy would soon turn to terror. That night, as we settled into our bedroom, we were awakened by strange noises coming from the direction of the new dresser. Whispers, footsteps, and eerie creaks filled the room, and a cold chill hung in the air. It felt as though the dresser was possessed, and we couldn't rationalize the paranormal activity we were experiencing. Night after night, the disturbances continued, leaving us sleep-deprived and frightened. We considered the possibility of a haunted piece of furniture, a notion that seemed absurd at first. Desperate for answers, we contacted Emily, hoping to learn more about the dresser's history. Her response sent shivers down our spines. She explained that she had inherited the dresser from her grandmother, who had always claimed it was haunted. Emily, unable to bear its eerie presence any longer, had decided to part with it. She warned us that the paranormal occurrences were likely linked to the dresser, and that we should proceed with caution. Terrified, we made the difficult decision to sell the haunted dresser on Facebook Marketplace, hoping that someone else might have the courage to take it off our hands. The memory of those restless nights and the inexplicable paranormal activity still haunts us, serving as a chilling reminder that sometimes the boundaries between the ordinary and the supernatural can blur in the most unexpected ways. I had recently relocated to a new city for a job and was eager to settle into my new apartment. Furnishing my place was a top priority, so I turned to Facebook Marketplace to find affordable and stylish pieces. That's when I came across a listing for a vintage couch that seemed perfect for my living room. The seller, David, had posted several pictures showcasing the couch's unique design and excellent condition. We exchanged messages and agreed to meet at his apartment to complete the transaction. When I arrived at his building, David was friendly and welcoming. He helped me load the couch into my vehicle, and everything seemed to be going smoothly. However, shortly after the transaction, I began noticing strange behavior from David. He started following me on social media and would frequently like and comment on all my posts, often with overly personal and invasive messages. At first, I brushed it off as over-enthusiastic friendliness, but it quickly escalated. David began sending me unsolicited messages, professing his love and admiration for me. His advances became increasingly aggressive, and he would often show up at my workplace uninvited, claiming that he was in the neighborhood and wanted to surprise me. Each encounter left me feeling deeply uncomfortable and violated. Terrified and unsure of how to handle the situation, I reached out to the local authorities and reported David's behavior. The investigation revealed a chilling truth. He had a history of stalking and harassment, with multiple victims who had experienced similar distressing encounters. David was arrested, and a restraining order was issued against him, but the psychological trauma of being stalked by a colleague lingered long after he had been removed from my life. The experience served as a stark reminder that danger can lurk in unexpected places, and the boundaries between professional and personal life can blur in terrifying and life-altering ways. It was a chilly October evening, and I was cozied up on my couch, scrolling through my Facebook feed. As I swiped past cute cat videos and friends' vacation photos, I noticed something strange. A new friend request from someone I didn't recognize had appeared on my profile. The name was a jumble of random letters and numbers, and their profile picture was just a black silhouette. Curiosity got the better of me, and I clicked on the mysterious request. There was no information on the profile except for a single post that had been made just minutes ago. It read, "I know what you did last summer." I thought it must be some sort of prank or a friend messing with me, so I decided to accept the request and send a joking message back. Minutes turned into hours as I delved deeper into the mystery. The person on the other end started sending me creepy messages, each one more unsettling than the last. They seemed to know intimate details about my life, things I had never shared on Facebook or with anyone online. Panic began to set in as I realized that this wasn't a joke. I decided to block the account, hoping that would put an end to the bizarre messages. But that's when things took a chilling turn. The blocked account began to send me messages from different profiles, each one more sinister than the last. They would reference specific moments from my past, secrets that only a handful of people knew. How could this stranger possibly know these things? My heart raced as I started receiving messages from my closest friends and family, all sharing screenshots of messages they claimed to have received from me. The messages were full of threats and accusations, but I hadn't sent any of them. It was as if my Facebook account had been possessed by some malevolent force. Desperation led me to contact Facebook support, but their responses were slow and unhelpful. Meanwhile, the messages kept coming, and I could feel my sanity slipping away. My relationships with loved ones were strained as they questioned my strange behavior online. I decided to do the only thing I could think of. I deleted my Facebook account altogether. But even that didn't stop the haunting. I started receiving emails with cryptic messages and links to disturbing websites. It felt like the stranger had invaded every corner of my digital life. Months passed, and I lived in constant fear, wondering if the torment would ever end. Eventually, the messages and emails stopped, and I cautiously began to rebuild my online presence. But I couldn't shake the feeling that the horror would return at any moment, and I would once again be at the mercy of the unknown entity that had haunted my Facebook account. To this day, I can't be sure who or what was behind the torment, but the experience left me scarred and wary of the seemingly harmless world of social media. Facebook will never be the same for me, as the memory of that chilling online nightmare continues to haunt my thoughts and dreams.